This was an amazing book. I loved it. It was amazing. It truly was. Of course, there's going to be spoilers. So if you have not read this, you might not want to listen to the rest of this video because I'm gonna spoil it. So there's your warning. This video is a reading vlog for Riley Sager's Home Before Dark. I hope you enjoy. I love reading this book by the pool or jacuzzi, in bed in the dark. There's so many wonderful places that I love to read and that I'm fortunate enough to read at. And well, here's another one, on the treadmill. I get a lot of good reading done and I don't feel bad about it because I'm on the treadmill. And while I listen to these scary, like, ambiance, Halloween, haunted house stuff, it really sets the vibe. There are going to be spoilers in this video, so if you do not want the story spoiled, please click a different video to watch. Thank you. The main character of this book is named Maggie, and you can see my little note there. I said smart that she told her mom where she was, because the girl went to the supposedly haunted house by herself when her mom told her not to. But anyway, I thought she was smart because she told her mom, she's like, I know you don't want me here, but I'm gonna go. So, sorry. As I read this scary book in the dark, let me tell you the synopsis. Maggie's family fled Bangberry Hall when she was 5 years old because they felt the place was haunted. And then her father wrote a book about it. Years later, about 24 years later, she inherits the house and she's going to renovate it. But she is finding that her father's book may not be a lie after all. And how am I supposed to read when this cute kitty is just sitting on the book and biting the pages and being adorable? What I've learned in the first 6 chapters is that the dad never sold the house. He goes back July 15th every year. Maggie's not afraid of the house, and things are going missing. And so she's wondering what is going on. Hi, I wanted to do a check-in since I am almost halfway through Home Before Dark. So far I am loving this book. It is really good. I love how there are 2 stories in one. What happened in the past and what's happening now. It's like what happened to Maggie when she was a child, and then 30 years later, her going back to that house. I love the format, first of all. We get her chapter, like, as her in her 30s, and then it flashes back, but it's in the form of the book that her father wrote. It is super cool. I really like that aspect of it. Now, in the beginning, we're learning that Maggie grew up believing that her parents were lying. She thinks the book is completely false and they did it to earn money. And so that's why she's not scared when she inherits the home and wants to return there. And so what I found interesting was that her parents were both saying, promise me you'll never go there. It's not safe for you. Don't go. It's not safe for you, right? So that's why I keep thinking, are there like ghosts only after Maggie? So I'm interested to learn what that story is. Like, why is she not safe? Why is her mom trying so hard to keep her away from Bangberry Hall now? Okay, so here we are, chapter 8. We just learned that the babysitter for Maggie disappeared on the same day that the family fled from Bangberry Hall. Is that a coincidence, or is there more to that story? So at this point, I'm still unsure if this is a ghost novel or a, like, trespasser. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's ghosts because... See, but then again, I don't know yet because I'm only getting the ghost vibe from the father's book point of view of this story. And from Maggie's point of view, when she's an adult, I feel like it's more of a person situation and not a paranormal situation. So I am almost done with the book, and I'm sad because I don't want it to end. I'm liking it so much. It is definitely going to be in my top books. Let me back up a little bit to where I left off last time with my update. So she's in this house and she's renovating it, and now weird things are starting to occur. One thing that is happening is hearing taps, like tap, tap, tap. And then a record player turning on, hearing like a thud, like something falling to the floor. All this stuff is stuff that her father wrote in the book. And so now it's happening to her. And so she's thinking, oh my gosh, is what my father wrote true? Is this house actually haunted? One thing that I really liked that she said is that her memories, she doesn't know what is her memory and what is like a memory from the book. Like she just doesn't know if it's real. And I feel like I've had that before where you think back to your childhood and you're like, do I have a memory of that? Or do I only remember it because like I saw pictures or video of my childhood? I don't know if this makes any sense, but it's something that I was thinking about, and that's why I love videos and photos so much, because it helps me remember. And that is one reason why I wanted to start this channel and make videos about these books that I'm reading, because I have a terrible memory and I forget. And it's very special to me to make these videos that I can look back on and kind of see where my head was at when I read it and what I thought, and kind of remind myself of the story. So anyway, I kind of really liked that statement that the character was making. She's renovating this house, right? And in the book that her father wrote, it talks about how there were snakes in the ceiling. And that caused the ceiling to collapse and issues to arise. And so here she is later, and the ceiling implodes again. But this time it's not a snake. It is a bag of bones. When I read that there was a body in there, I just thought, oh my gosh, the reason the father wouldn't sell the house is because he killed her. He killed Petra and put her body in a bag and hid it in the ceiling. And he couldn't let anybody else buy the house because they would find the body and then he would go to jail or prison, actually. So I don't know if that's true. I haven't gotten to that part of the story yet, but that's what I think. I'm so super curious to see where it goes, but I'm also like, I want to take my time reading it because I don't want it to end. I'm really, really enjoying this. I think a really interesting way to read the book, like if I want to reread this, I'm going to do this. I'm going to first read all the chapters of House of Horrors, which is the father's perspective. That's the father's book. I would like to read all those chapters first and then go back and read all of Maggie's chapters just to see what kind of a reading experience that would be. But it's really cool reading them side by side. I'm going to keep reading and I'm going to finish it, and then I will give you an update once I'm done. This is wild. I need to process. And I'm done with this. Good timing. Wow. Wow. wow, like, I need to process all this. I loved this. Like, 5 stars. Like, I already know. This is going to be my top 10 books. I'm definitely putting it there. I tapped a lot, as you can tell. I really enjoyed this book. Wow. I mean, that's all I have to say. I was not expecting this. Literally the whole time, I thought it would end one way, and it was just twist, 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 twist. And wow. Like, I talk about how much I like Final Girls. Like, I like this one even more than Final Girls. This was amazing, and I really want you to read it. So first of all, if you don't like scary books, you might not like this. There were some scary moments in it, and there's talks of ghosts, and this reminded me a lot of the shows on Netflix, Haunting of Hill House or Haunting of Bly Manor. If you are into those kind of things, you would like this, because that's just what I kept thinking about. Like the house, hearing weird noises, the children seeing ghosts. But in this one, it's one child. But definitely, if you like that show, I think you'll like this. I thought this was going to be a ghost story, but it wasn't. So that kind of surprised me, because it turned out that there were never ghosts. It was people breaking into the house. They all had their reasons. Sorry, I'm still in shock about what just happened. I think I might need to go back and reread that whole end scene. The parents of Maggie wrote The House of Horrors about their home because they thought Maggie killed her babysitter. And so they decided to make up a lie that their house was haunted. And that's what caused them to flee, and that they didn't know why that one girl had gone missing. They believed that was the truth. And they didn't want to tell Maggie the truth because they didn't want her life to be ruined. So they let everyone believe that the house was haunted. They'd never sold it because they didn't want anyone to find the body. And so fast forward to the end, Maggie is kind of having a hard time because she's thinking she is a murderer. She goes to her room to rest, and her closet opens, and she sees a ghost. But it's not a ghost. It is the woman who used to live in the house who lost her daughter and husband. It is the person they bought the house from. And she tells Maggie that she had snuck in when Maggie was young because she missed her daughter. That night when Maggie was being babysat by Petra, that woman came in, as she usually did, to watch Maggie sleep. But Petra saw her. And then the woman pushed Petra down the stairs and killed her and fled. And Maggie, not knowing who this woman is as a child, she said it was a ghost. She thought it was a ghost. She truly believed it was a ghost because she didn't know there was a secret passageway to get into her room through her closet. The woman, her name was Marta. Marta comes in and says, "Oh, Maggie, I've been coming in to visit you since you were a little girl. I lost my daughter, and, I was just coming here because you reminded me of her, and the incident with Petra was unfortunate. But now that you know the story, I can't let you live." And earlier Maggie had eaten a pie that she gave her that had baneberries, which are, I guess, toxic. And so Maggie had eaten the pie, and so she was kind of fading. She was being poisoned. And Marta wanted to put a pillow over her face, and she was trying to kill her. And that is when, well, and then she was trying to fight her off. And that is when the closet door opened again. And Elsa came in, which is the, she would take care of the house. It was Petra's mother, is Elsa. And she came in and she heard what Marta had said. So she knew that Marta had killed her child. And she pushed Marta down the stairs. Marta died the same way that her daughter had died, that Petra had died. And it's so wild. And I'm like, I'm just so shocked because I thought this was going to be a ghost story. I thought for sure it was going to be a ghost story. And here it is, it's all people. It's just mind-blowing. I want to read a ghost story, though. What's a good ghost story? If you know, write one in the comments. I'm just shocked. This was amazing. I love this book. Hopefully you didn't listen to that if you hadn't read this book, because I really hope you read it. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed my journey reading. I didn't check in nearly as much as I wanted to. That's just because I was pretty busy. So I really enjoyed this. I just can't say that enough. I hope that you read it. And I'm excited to read more from this author because so far I've loved the 2 books that I've read. And I'm excited to start some more. I'm really into ghost stories right now. So thank you so much for watching this reading vlog for Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it encouraged you to go read it and let me know your thoughts on it. I want to know if you like it, if you thought it was predictable, or if you were as shocked as I was. And I hope that you really enjoy reading, and let me know if you have read any good books. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.